Welcome to another episode of Business Spotlight. I am Teresa Strong-Myrick with Action Coach Tampa Bay, and today we have another wonderful business owner, founder in the area. This is Sylvie Silva. So I'm gonna have Sylvia come on, just tell more about herself and this wonderful initiative she started. Go ahead, Sylvia.
Thanks for having me, Teresa. My name is Sylvie Silva, and I have a nonprofit 501c3 called the Cicada Institute. And what we do is we take sensitive and struggling youth, 13 through 25, and we help them find their purpose and their passion, and we give them the hard skills and the soft skills to become paradigm shifters in the future world. What that means is a lot of wilderness counseling, a lot of mental health support. We do some environmental education, help understand the foundation of what skill sets are needed for the future. And then we talk a lot about community independence and intergenerational healing. So our focus populations are Black, Indigenous, people of color, and LGBTQIA+. We believe in healing the healers, and we believe those populations are our future leaders, and we do what we can to give them the skills to get there.
Awesome. So as I was telling you, I was kind of on your website looking around there, and I can just feel the passion just in the words that are used on the screen. And tell us, what made this a passion project for you?
Well, I've always been interested in education reform since I myself was in high school. I just saw a lot of pretending to care without really caring. And it was at a time where, you know, I'm a immigrant to this country, and my parents weren't prepared to handle what I was experiencing in high school because it was, they didn't know. And so I had to navigate a lot. And I just longed for an elder. I just longed, like in that time, I just wanted someone so real who would talk to me, who would see me, who would spend time with me, who would give me that opportunity. And so many cultures around the world have that and have preserved that, and their youth flourish with a sense of worth and dignity and powerful influence when they become of age. And so the Cicada Institute, you know, officially as a business got started after Columbine, because that just rocked my world. It rocked, I mean, just everything, like the parents and just everything about that. And it started to become a pandemic, and we saw that relatively early, like no one's looking after our teens right now for whatever reason. And I have no idea. It's a big influence of a lot of different things, but we get to 13 and we think, okay, do your homework, go to school, do your chores, see ya. And we forget that this world is really, really challenging for friends to navigate, and they just need elders. They just need people who have been further down the path that will sit with them without agenda, without deciding what they want to be, and help them get there.
Right. And to kind of just stop and listen, you know, without judgment and without, you know, any negative thing to say about what is going on. Just listen to what is going on with them.
And normalize and validate and empower. You know, in the listening, you're saying, I trust you. I know that you're going to get through it. I believe in your ability to navigate the situation, and I'm here to watch you and witness you and like give you what you need to help you get there. That's my favorite part of this work, is that although these mass shootings are devastating and it's clearly an epidemic in our country, the more people turn to youth and say, like, I got you, I'm here, youth are lining up. They're like, yes, let's hang out. I want to hang out with my elders. And I think it's a really beautiful and exciting outcome of such tragic circumstances.
Well, I commend you for being there, for having this space, and for thinking of this, our group of humans who need us right now. I appreciate that. Can you talk to me about starting a nonprofit? Because we're talking to other business owners and other founders. So talk to me about what have been some of the obstacles you've had in starting and how you've overcome them.
So nonprofit is like regular entrepreneurship flipped completely on its head. So you still have to pitch, you still have to sell, you still
Yeah.
have to prove concept, but there's no startup capital and you can't generate any income right away. So what I would say is for profit, for LLCs that are listening to the show, it's a lot about following your why and allowing your truest signature to come through, because there's so many nonprofits that solicit money that if you don't have a strong, true, authentic skill set, differentiation, passion, it's just white noise. And I think that that can translate to LLC as well. Sometimes we try and brand for what's popular, but it's that unique sense of self that really comes through. And of course, for those who do have nonprofits, I would say that don't shy away from your passion. At first, I wanted to pander to any organization that might entertain, I'm new on the block. I want to say hi, look at me, look at me. And then I was like, wait a second, like, we can't do everything, that's not what we're here for,
And we're not for
so like,
everyone, right?
and we're not for people don't have a specific foundation for youth. They're starting to, which is beautiful. But usually we were maybe young adults. Oh, maybe we're over in education. Oh, maybe we're over in, and it's like, no, this is what we do. It's weird and it's far out, but it works and I'm into it. We hang out with teens in the woods and we build stuff and we hug and we hang with horses and that's what we do. And so I try and find the right donors and stick with that passion.
That's great. So have you had a business before? Do you have a business that feeds into the nonprofit, or tell me how that's working for you?
No, so right now it's been strictly fundraisers and donors. I do have a private practice as a counselor and sort of this wilderness work that I do. And I'm also an educator, a school teacher, middle school science. So I support myself through other streams of revenue. But we've been very fortunate. This official business didn't open until the pandemic. It was my pandemic baby. So we're pretty new as an organization, just 2 years in. So a lot of what we've been doing is just securing those relationships with those donors and starting our funding. And we've been very blessed this past year to grow from an infant to a toddler business, and have our year-round programming and have a lot more ability. The community has been very supportive.
Oh, that's awesome. That's very good to hear. Hey, so you mentioned a little bit. So tell us how you work with teens. So you mentioned some of the things that you do, but I would like to just hear a little bit more about that.
Sure, Teresa. And I'm going to get geeky for just a second. So as I mentioned before, I'm a school teacher, and then I'm also a counselor. And so I look very specifically on something called attachment. This every stage and age, we have these goals that we're supposed to accomplish as an infant, goals we're supposed to accomplish as a toddler. And so a lot of what I do at Cicada is based off this theory of like, where did we lose some of that security and how can we create experiences that rebuild some of that affirmation and that trust. But with teens, we don't want to sit and go, oh, well, it was a real bummer when you were 3 years old and that terrible thing happened. Let's talk about it. That's not how they work, right? That's not how, their brain is totally different. Their body's totally different. So we go rock climbing, we go canoeing, we plant, we work with horses, we go out into the world and we employ our own agency into creating something that we can see we have effect. I'm having an effect on this horse. I'm moving this kayak. I'm in charge of my friend's safety on the rock wall. And through this, we create a sense of community. But instead of saying, okay, everybody say your name, let's hug, let's hold hands, let's kumbaya, which teens are like, okay, that's great. And hey, there's this assisted living facility that could really use some music, who can jam. Hey, let's all go to the beach. And while we're there, we'll each bring a bag and clean some stuff up because we love our ocean and we love this earth. Who else wants to talk about the earth, right? And so it's very side door support so that it's
Yeah.
allowing everybody to have equal stake. I think a lot of time mental health with youth is very like, I know what's best and I now have control. And these friends already feel out of control. So it's like pretty traumatic sometimes. And we just want to offer a more viable, holistic alternative that's like, yes, you're healing, you're on this journey. It is a spiritual one. Let's give you community and support and trust that we can help you navigate, but that you know your path, you know where you want to go. And so when I say hard skills and soft skills, we might talk about, building something, gardening, working with horses, whatever. But then
Right.
we're also doing breath work, like understanding your body awareness, how to draw boundaries, how to use your voice, different what you would consider psychoeducation techniques, so that there's
I
a
love
complete
it.
development. Yeah.
That is so brilliant, Sylvie. That is so brilliant that you're teaching them by community, by putting them in community together and watching them in their real life experiences and how they interact with others and addressing it right then and on the spot in that side doorway. Oh the gosh, that's beautiful. I love, love, love what you do.
Thank you so much.
Oh, yes. So how can a child be introduced to you? So what is the best way for a parent or a teacher who sees, some signals of this child needs a little bit more support? How do they get in touch with you?
So if you go just to our website, www.cicadainstitute.com, there's a sign up for services link at the
Mm-hmm.
bottom of the opening page. We offer everything from weekly individual support for an individual who might be in self-harm crisis to monthly workshops as a group that we kind of develop our self-esteem or work on a specific skill set. And then we
Mm-hmm.
do a seasonal in-person, like this following week we'll be doing a kayaking camp, and we'll be talking
Mm-hmm.
about our inner magic and our superhero and how to present that to the world. So
Gotcha.
there's a blend of services you can choose from that menu, and you can just say,
Mhm.
here's the thing I'm interested in, and put in your information, and then we will reach out to you and see what's going on and how we can be best of service. And everything in our organization is donation based. And
Mm.
we are specifically wanting to be as accessible as possible to LGBTQ BIPOC youth, so that there's no barrier for them getting the support that they need. So that's also built
Wonderful.
into the website. You don't have to worry about if you can afford our services. You can just sign up.
Wonderful. So what I love about this conversation we've had is great for nonprofits. It's great for profits, but it's also great to just the human who is running a business in a family who has a teenager, and they're wondering, okay, I have all these things going on, and now I have something going on with my child, and I don't really understand and know what to do. So thank you so much for being with us, for sharing your passion, and for just being there, just having a safe space for our children. So
It's my
I
pleasure,
could,
and thank you.
of course, I could talk to you for another like 15 minutes, but we're gonna go ahead. I will drop all her information. Real quick though, what age do you cover?
13 to 25.
Oh, awesome. I'm glad I asked that because I was thinking 18. So
Yeah.
wonderful. 13 to 25. That's beautiful.
13 to 25. Bring them out. Bring them out.
Yes, I love it.